since I've gotten out. I mean a long time. Start to feel or smell the fresh air and feel the crisp of the snow and ice. Although I can only stand that for so long. It doesn't look like there's been anything through here. No tracks of any kind. Which I think is strange. I don't know what those are. It's weird because there's just a few of them and they're gone. I know. These are good times to find tracks if they're out. These are the times that I think they use the trees. What the hell? Jeez, I forget how intense it gets out here. I've gone and filmed a lot of places. But I've never found a place with this much activity. This is like a little gold mine. Other places you can tell have them, no question. Just, they seem a little more fearful, I guess. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Okay. I just want everybody to know it's been a long time since I've been out, and I'm trying to get back into it now because it's important. There's just been some things I've had to take care of for business and other things. So anyway, I want to get back to where I am out here all the time. The other thing is I filmed in a lot of different locations, but none of them seem to have the sweet spot like it is out here. I don't know why. I don't know the reasoning. I have no clue. But I do know there's something special about it. And not always. Sometimes you don't find a thing. Most of the time, actually. You have to go out 3 or 4 times to find anything. But when you do, it's the mother lode. Other than actually filming the being. But we'll get to that. And I can get up here and stay overnight at the cabin a lot, which I will be doing at some point soon. Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys all know that, you know, I'm back, and I'll be filming, and we'll be searching, and we'll find what we're looking for. I'm sure of it. I've just got to put in the time, be diligent, and we'll find it. Man, it gets bright out here. Whew. And if you didn't know where you were going, you'd be lost. That's for sure. And this stuff, there's no really good landmarks or anything. Huh. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Those rocks are just right over there. And I think they're down just a little bit further. The hell is that? Oh, look at that. It's been a long time, but look at that. And this, between these two trees, I've never seen one like this. Huh. I wonder what that means. Rarely see rocks in the trees, ever. Huh. I've looked for tracks. Those are deer tracks, looks like. You know, I don't know. Wow. That is cool. Keep hearing something up there. Huh. Anyway, that's a good one. Very cool. You know, you have to look a lot. I know I've missed a bunch. I've even found some I missed in the past. You can always tell when they're new, though, because they look crisp. When they get older, they aren't so crisp. Pieces of them fall, that kind of thing. But some of them last a long time. Or they get taken down. And I'm not so sure they don't do that. You know? I'm not positive of that, but it would make sense. Anyway, I've got to come back here this next week to bring up a couple of cats for the cabin. Put one inside, one outside with litter box and some food and water. Have my neighbor Dave feed them if they need to be fed. I'm tired of the mice and everything just chewing on everything. But anyway, I want to go a lot deeper today. I don't have time. I shouldn't even be up here anyway. All the crap I got to get done. But I had to get out. I mean, I was up here checking on the cabin, making sure everything was sound. And so I decided I needed to come up. It's weird. And make sure everything was okay. Things are okay. I mean, it's the mice that are wiping everything out, so. Anyway, I keep hearing something. I don't know what it is. It might just be me. A lot of these tracks could be anything, but until you see toes, I mean, like that's a track of some kind. No question about it. But you can't firmly say that it's Sasquatch or anything like that because you don't know. Only when there's toes. And when there's toes, unless there's some 8-foot dude out here running around naked, doing whatever he's doing, then it's here. Anyhow. I forget how cool it is up in here. Some people don't like this kind of forest down here. Up there, there's aspen, bigger pines, but they're hard to access. And when you do access them, I've been up there plenty of times. There's just not as much activity. Because even the deer don't move out of here, or the elk. They're here year round. And so it's a really, really good place to feed. But anyhow, you guys stay frosty. And I'll be doing another video next week. As you can see up there, there's a cave. I mean, there's a cave. A good one. Right up in there. And this is where that one I saw was. So, I've got to go. The wind is ice cold. I don't have a coat. But I'll be back to this. We're going to explore that. There is no question about it. This is the hike into that other small cabin. I mean, you can't see anything in here. It's just snow, wind, and bitter. But it's in here. Believe it or not. There is a small cabin here. And this is the other part of the property. I own all this. All of it. Okay. Oh, there it is. Clear over there. Way lost. Man, snow is hard and slippery. Okay, this right here is the shed. This is the shed, and it's locked up. So it's just a little shed. It's not very big, but nonetheless, it's a shed. There's an outhouse over here. That outhouse there, and it's really clean. And then this is the cabin. It's cute. I've got it all boarded up for winter, even though I never use it. It's a dang cool cabin. It's old. And then there's a window right there. I got boarded up. There's the clothesline. And then there's this well. So anyway, that's it in a nutshell. Bye. Okay, baby, I love you. Bye. Back at it. It's been a long time. I mean, a long time since I've made the choice to come out and film. And so we're gonna see what we can figure out in this area. It's kind of a weird area. We've been here before, but not in this particular place. And this is a strange place. There used to be lots of pigs and lots of things like that. So trying to avoid that stuff. I'm trying to find it. So here we go. All right, so we've been walking up here and come across this weird little, looks like it was once a underground bunker of some kind. I don't think this is the one we're looking for, but it is strange, to say the least. I mean, this is one of those things that you don't see very often, even out here. That damn train out there is annoying as hell. But you can see that some people have been here. Oh hell. They've had a fire. I just don't want to jump in there and surprise somebody and some homeless person living in there or something. It's crazy. Looks like it's been revamped. I mean, what's that box? You see that box? There's some kind of a, it goes back there a ways. Huh, that's kind of cool. Got the peat moss growing on top. Looks like they were trying to build another one here. Fairly recent anyway. That one's not so recent. Huh. Wow. That's really cool. You could hide in something like that for a long time. I mean, they've got this, I don't think this is for smoke. I think that's for oxygen. So their goal was to make this, to seal up all the way. That's my guess. I could be completely wrong, but you know, I'm guessing that it would be a good way just to completely shut down and hide from whatever you're running from or whatever you don't want to find you. So that's just another cool thing that we found today. I mean, these are everywhere. These bombs, they just shredded this area. This whole country was just worthless after the war. It took years and years and years for them to even come back to a semblance of kind of functioning. It's still nowhere near it should be. Anyway, that's something we thought was really cool. There's another thing I don't understand. You see these trails like this? And there's one right there. You know, I would guess these are cattle trails, but they don't run cattle here. And they don't have any kind of irrigation or water either. So it makes me wonder, what's the reasoning and why? I mean, look at that kind of stuff. I mean, that's just makeshift shit. That makes no sense. I mean, over here you got this pile with moss kind of laying there, sticks, really crude. I mean, really crude. Almost like they had no idea what they were doing. None. It's almost like somebody was trying to mimic the other one. I don't know. This one too. Almost looked like they're trying to build a nest of. See, that makes no sense to me. What the hell is that? No sense. I mean, wow. That's just, this is some strange stuff going on over here. In this area anyway. I mean, this isn't something that somebody would waste their time doing, in my opinion. Just to throw some moss on top of a couple of sticks. And it took time to round up that many sticks just to throw them on the ground. Huh, just strange. A lot of this stuff is strange. Get up here and I mean, these ridge lines and stuff up here, you know, most of them had some kind of a bunker at some point. You know, you don't really know, but you can probably assume they did. That looks like there's some kind of a stick, I don't know, formation or mess or whatever you want to call it. Right there, like a sign. I haven't seen those for a while. I don't know if that's what it is, probably isn't, but it's just kind of interesting how it's all laid out there. Like on that one grave I found, or assumed to be a grave. It almost looks like they've done some kind of a, you know, some kind of writing here. I mean, some of these may be graves. Who knows? And who knows what they could have, you know? Then you have these, which are like some kind of a something that's not good anyway. You can just see this many in one area. Like, I don't know if this was a bomb or if this was a bunker of some kind. I don't know. I just know it's not natural. That's for sure. I mean, I'd love to have a metal detector out here and just go out looking around, because you could probably find all kinds of shells and casings and helmets and, you know, whatever they died in. Who knows? Maybe nothing, but it'd be fun to try. Anyway, there's more. It's almost like everywhere you look, there's more, and there's more, and there's more, to the point where it must have been a battle out here back in those days. It looks like it's got something here too. Huh, look at that. Here's another one. Look at that. Wow. I mean, I can't believe how many of them there are. Just everywhere. It seems like they just put them up everywhere. Huh. That's pretty cool. What they use it for, I mean, as a kid, it would have been cool to make a hut or something out of that, but, you know, not out here in the middle of nowhere by yourself, though. I don't think that would be something I'd like to do. Seems a little crazy. Anyway, tearing up the bark from up to about that high, looking for bugs. And to my knowledge, there's not bears here. And anything that's big enough to get to that height, I don't know. And it's just in this little section right here, see? That one's a little smaller. That one makes sense. But that one's high. That doesn't make sense. A lot of these don't make sense. Anyway, weird, to say the least. I mean, look, just right up to that point where they're eating grubs or whatever they're eating. Who knows? Thick through here, it's like a scary movie if you're in here at night. I mean, this is winter time and you got all these trees. Can you even imagine in the summer? Oof. You wouldn't be able to do anything but run. You wouldn't even be able to do that. You'd get hammered by these trees flipping back at you. No, just this whole area is weird. And I mean, that train's not even that close. I bet that's 2 or 3 miles from here. And it sounds like it's right here. It's not. I mean, it's not as cold as I would have thought it would be here, but it's still really thick. I don't know where it's at or what it is, but I've heard from more than one source that it's supposed to be pretty creepy and pretty much intact. You know, old stairs. I mean, this is anything but straight. This whole concrete is completely tilted off to one side. They didn't do a very good job of leveling it. That's for damn sure. So, anyway. Some trees and stuff. And it's just really old in here. Anyway, it's wet. Looks like they've been doing some weird stuff over there. I mean, that's some... What's back in there? So, I ain't going back in there. Look at this way in. I mean, it's just crazy. But it's cool though at the same time. I don't know what they used it for. Probably some kind of testing on people or something. I don't know. Probably nothing, but you never know. That's the kind of stuff that makes no sense. See how it's just piled up? I mean, normal events don't do that. Huh. But at the same time, why would they do it? It's just a weird question and answer that I don't have, that I wished I did, but I don't. See, and even things like this, where there's like a crater around it with a middle that's heaped up. That almost looks like some kind of a grave type thing, because there's no bomb that would do that. And why would you do that if you were building a bunker? Huh, that's interesting, to say the least. On this old bike trail, there's this big pile of sticks, which, why would anybody do that? Why would they do that? I mean, that looks like, that's gotta be some kind of nest. It looks like a nest. Well, need to go look on the other side. That's weird. Seen a couple of these out here, but this is just who's gonna waste all that time to put a bunch of sticks in a pile in the middle of nowhere just for whatever reason? Looks like that's probably the way in. Maybe. I don't know. Looks like a lot of crap's been gathered and thrown around. It's weird. The highway, these big blasts of bomb or whatever the hell it was. I mean, it's just weird. There's so many of them. This place must have been just in shambles. I mean, just hammered. That crow's pissed. But look at that, that's deep. There's a shoe. That's never a good sign to see a kid's shoe. Not good. No, not good. This is one of the homes that's just old and fallen down. It's right across from it. All these weird numbers and stuff. It's aged. A little creepy. Anyway. Alright, here's some more. See that one? That one's been chipped. Where's the other one? I probably stepped on it. Anyway, there was another one right here. Oh, there's a piece. See? And usually there's a bunch, all in the same area. Oh, and there's the other piece right there. But none of them are arrowheads, you can tell. Look at that thing. That's cool. Huh. Anyway, I've come across these limbs that were just snapped, and I don't know where. It's weird. There's another bunch of broken off limbs with no tracks of any kind. Weird. And these are pine nuts. If anybody doesn't know. And they're very staining. Look at that fish Bug caught. First cast. Get it around the rock. No. Come over here. Oh, there you go. Keep reeling. All right, reel him in. I'll get the net. There's a tarantula hawk. Look at the size of that sucker. Look at that. No, he's huge. What are you doing, buddy? Don't come towards me. See that right there? Ooh. No. No. No, these are supposed to feel like being struck by lightning from the top. Painful. The stings of the insect world. Actually anywhere. It's just brutal. I don't know why he's coming, but he's coming. He's following me. Let's see if I can go this way. Look at that. Are you kidding me? He's following my smell.
He's gonna kill you. Oh, he's going up in the rock. Yep, he's up in there. Digging. There he is.
Where?
He's in that hole under the rock.
Good. Himself. He set the hook and everything. Keep reeling. There it is. Look at that. Bring it in.
I can see it.
Yeah.
It's big.
Not as big as the other one, but he's big.
Pretty big.
Bug saddled up. Yeah, it's a good one. Good enough to eat. Sweet.